challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Georgia Tech Yellow.
Oh, he's going to go up top. He caught it, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Back to throw, it's Newton. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. The Yellow Jackets have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
Listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed up.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Ducks! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, the defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Back to throw, it's Newton. It's caught for the 2.
And how about the cherry on the Sunday? The big INT return for a touchdown, and now throw on the 2-point conversion. Give this team 8.
They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. Lost a pass. Here's a heat. Looking deep. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The give on the option. Inside the 35. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Oregon! Great job by the back on the option.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Barrels ahead. Makes the stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the Yellow Jackets trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. To throw, it's King. Rushes on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Defense had looked grim. It looked bad 1st and goal. They're set up in a good situation. Shoot, and now they're not even in the red zone. That is exactly how you do it. Create those negative plays. Get them behind the sticks. Get them in predictable situations. Nice bow-your-neck situation for this defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Looking deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
I love the vision on the quarterback by this defense. Dude, you know that ball's going to come out pretty quick. Down here on the goal-to-go situation, they break on the football, and they make sure they swat it down so the offensive guy can't make a play.
3rd down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And man, David, you couldn't ask for any better starting field position than this.
This is as good as it gets. Defense made the play. Now offense gets it.
Look, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. Guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Trying to run it in. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the two-point conversion but was denied. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's King. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on second down.
It's third and goal and third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll take another shot here. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
That is such a great play by that defender, and how many times on deep balls do we see PI? Do we see pass interference? In situations just like that, that defender did an outstanding job.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Breaks into the open. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back. In this offense, I'll tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
They'll run it. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for loss.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. That's caught. It's Rutherford. Knocked down for the tackle.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Breaks the tackle. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. They made up some of that lost ground, but still plenty to cover on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's complete on the right side. Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. At the 35, he's got room.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy can
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Looking downfield, it's King. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The give to the back. Nice move there. Gets away from one. He's got space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Using his legs, it's Owens. Runs through a tackle.
Man, you got to know when to give it up. You can't just keep retreating and going backwards and backwards and backwards, thinking at some point you're going to outrun everybody and make a big play. That play was doomed from the get-go, and it was going the wrong direction.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
On 3rd and forever, let's test his arm strength. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. Looking to throw, it's King. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Touchdown, Oregon! And they turn it into a defensive score.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the 2nd time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the 2-pointer is no good. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to pass. It's King. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
They'll run play action. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
I like the idea offensively. You want to establish the run game and try to control the line of scrimmage in the 2nd half. This is going to be a big key for this offense moving forward in this game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything, and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? They're going to run it. He goes airborne, and he's in there for the two-point conversion. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Going for it that deep in your own end, just outsmarting yourself. Offense set up, first and goal. Dropping back, it's King. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. It's third and goal and third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is like a gift to have starting field position like this, Jesse.
You're absolutely right. It's ideal. And, David, they practice this. Sudden change situations. You have got to be able to pay this off now if you're on offense.
Yeah, and you want to pay it off. You practice it, but set up in a goal-to-go situation. This is as good as it gets for this offense to succeed.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Pushes toward the goal line. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. The Yellow Jackets will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Dropping back, it's King. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And it's a good job by this defense. I think they understood exactly where the goal line was. Drop back, make them throw it short, come up, rally, and tackle. They got fortunate. Obviously, he dropped the football, but I thought that was very disciplined defense.
They'll run it on first and goal. Made a defender miss. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. The defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
And they'll try to tack on 2. On the ground. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Kane. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. To the air on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the Yellow Jackets are threatening on first and goal. Dropping back, it's Kane. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his second sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win first and second down, you set up third and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
With the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. This, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense there has their backs against the wall. That's a great job of really just gearing down, getting some push up front, not giving away anything, and making that play and that tackle.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it.
There he goes. Got enough space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Powers forward. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. The Yellow Jackets line it up with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's King. Here's the pressure. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Give to the big fullback. Fights off a defender. To the 15. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Back to throw, it's Newton. He makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. I don't think it would have killed them to kick it there.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close.